Hi, it's Moira McDonald. I've got a junk journal for you. It's a kind of grungy style, well, not too grungy, but grungy anyway. It's paper bag. I got that idea from Cheryl Stark. Hello Cheryl, thank you very much. These bags, as far as I was aware, weren't really readily available. I did of course find them on, I think it was Amazon, or it might have been eBay, but I think it was Amazon. It's the kind that you get in America for lunch bags. So it's, as I said, kind of grungy style. In terms of size, it's 6 1/4 inches by 7 inches. I've covered the outside with a variety of different laces. Really it was to ensure that when it came to doing the signature, there was sufficient integrity that it wasn't going to fall apart. On the inside of this one, what I've done is I have, there's your bag by the way, I've used some scrapbooking paper just to line the inside. Now as I said, it's kind of grungy in some respects. There's a variety of kind of indecipherable type text, stamping and some staining. I've got a wee tag cut with a Tim Holtz die. It was a Biggs die, I can't remember what it's called, but it's one of the alterations range. And I've used one of his little words saying memories on that one. Wee sticker in the corner here of some flowers. Over the page I have a sticker of a rose and a kind of romantic couple type picture. I got some old, I didn't buy an awful lot of them because they weren't, for what they weren't very cheap as far as I was concerned. So I'd only really bought, I think I bought 4, and there's 2 of them in this journal. It's just a couple, obviously in a holiday, probably from the 50s I would say, possibly the 60s. It's hard to tell with any, certainly it's kind of sepia tones, so I would say it's older, maybe 50s. Wee bit laced down the side there. On this page I did, who was it I was watching it? I think it was, what's her name, Linda Israel, did some cluster tags and, or cluster embellishments. So I finally did a cluster embellishment. It's kind of brown craft card. I did a wee bit of primitive sewing on some seam, not seam binding, muslin there, and just a couple of wee images. That's a scrap. I've got a heart-shaped doily there. This is just a wee sticker that I've got as well from some that I got from the Works in Britain, which is a kind of, it sells books cheap, but it also does the occasional wee bit of craft stuff. Wee bit of paper ruffle there that's sewn. That's staining with vintage photo ink. Wee bit of a book page here. It's puppy dogs. It's from a, I think they're Scottish. The books range is called Harry McClary, and that's Harry McClary the dog. So you'll see the page, the other side of the page that gives you the beginning of the story later on. This is kind of ledger paper. Here is one of these paper bags that you get in the States. I had cut it down because I used it for something else, so it is actually a wee pocket, as well as you can use it as a tuck behind it. First of my tags here, just die cut an image that I'd done graphic. Wee girl, die cut her circular. This is a wee kind of plasticky style button that's meant to look kind of vintagey, and some lace here, a wee bit of lace behind her, just on some scrapbook paper, but you can use the back for journaling. Another one of the wee alterations tags for that die, Tim Holtz die cut set. Here is I got a set of Happy Families cards. I don't know what kind of age they are. They were in an antique shop. Well, I use the term antique pretty loosely. It's a kind of, it really is an old junk shop. It's where I got the photographs from as well. So I got a set of Happy Families cards. They're very, very thin card, so I'm not sure when they're from. Presumably the 60s, possibly 50s again, I don't know. Stickers. Here's a jigsaw puzzle that I picked up, and I just thought these bits were already joined together, so I thought I would use them there. And an old scrap here. This page is composition type paper, it's the squared stuff. Your Friend and Mine, Edith Holden. Another wee bit of the jigsaw puzzle here. Bring it up to let you see, I think it's a wee dog, I'm not sure. Paper ruffle and some lace that is hanging over the edge, just for a wee bit of extra decor. Here I've got a tuck spot that's another one of the, hold on, I'm thingy, move my camera a wee bit. It's another one of my Linda Israel style cluster tags, but as I've said, I've used this one as an actual tuck spot. One of Tim Holtz's tickets and a wee bit of fabric with a button that I sewed on, a little piece of ephemera here, I think it's originally from Tsunami Rose, and a scrap here. Did a tag out of some old book pages and just sewed them together, used a napkin for decoupaged onto it and gessoed it so that you can use it for journaling. Wee sticker over on this page. Book page here from, I think it gives you the date. This is actually from June 41. The book itself was first published June 24, and it's you know, basically teaching you French. Some stamping here, undecipherable again. Another one of the tags. This one says treasure. Another Linda Israel style type cluster embellishment there. Bring it up to let you see it a wee bit better. Used another couple of bits of jigsaw puzzle in this one. And that's just some primitive style sewing, if you like. What do you call them? Doilies? Napkin. What am I saying? Plenty of places in here for journaling, but there's also plenty of interest. Music page here. The music book is, I got a couple of music books fairly recently, and it's a good age. I think it's for the 1920s or something like that. A couple of random jigsaw puzzle pieces, old stamp and a scrap. Wee bit of lace on the corner there. Picture of a girl and a wee tag it's actually got some glitter on the die cut tag. Heart-shaped doily here. Another one of the cluster tags here that's used as a tuck. And I did, you'll remember these from, I think it was the boho journal I did a while back. What I decided to do was I actually stamped and embossed these with a Ranger embossing powder. I think it's called, oh sugar, I'll better dig it out to tell you what it's called. Liquid platinum embossing powder from Ranger. When I first started watching YouTube, everybody was using this. Yeah, honestly, it was like hen's teeth. You couldn't get it anywhere in Britain anyway, but everybody was using it. I never see anybody using it now. But then, to be fair, I don't watch an awful lot of stamping videos, but I definitely haven't seen that in recent times in videos. But you can get it in abundance now because it's not showing so much. So anyway, on this tag I have sewn some tea stain paper on the back. There's my washing machine finishing. Saris, oh, my wee ribbon, my wee thingy fell off. I need to tighten that up. Made a wee bead charm, and it was held on with a wee pin with another wee tiny tag saying notes. I'll obviously need to tighten that. Until I fight my way through all of my tools. And do you know, it's amazing? They really don't need to be very loose to fall off. Right, I'll put that back on now. I'll leave it out so I remember to do it, but that's that tightened up. Another wee Tim Holtz tag up there. Your Friend and Mine, Edith Holden. On here, Pretty Girl scrap, and that's the centre of the signature. Haven't done anything fancy here. Might add a bead to it, just because that's one of the things I do. You just fold them again. Another tuck spot here that's a layered embellishment thing. Excuse me, a kind of file folder type tag, stamp tag, and craft card for you to write on, and just one of the run-of-the-mill guest checks, and on the back, memory is the mother of all wisdom, and you can obviously use that for further journaling notes. A couple of wee stickers on these pages, heart-shaped doily again, another wee cluster here. Oh, hang on, there's a couple of pages. Music, this one isn't a tuck spot, but it's another one of the cluster embellishments, another wee bit of jigsaw puzzle down the bottom there. Scrap here and the paper ruffle and a wee bit of lace behind it. That's that French book. Another tuck spot here with a variety of layered things on top. And I bought some of these just ordinary postcards, and I stamped using, I was on a roll with the embossing powder. It's that liquid platinum again. Just a couple of different stamps and a wee Dutch stamp in the corner there, a wee vintage Dutch stamp. Here is another just craft tag with another few stamps on it. Another one of those old pictures I was telling you about that I got in the junk shop. Belgian stamp, scrap, and another one of Tim Holtz. That one says journal on it. I'm bringing this up so you can get a look at the picture. It looks as if it's, and they'd always, pictures were always glossy. Now I think they've realised that you're better getting kind of matte finish to your pictures, so they last much better. Old stamp, paper ruffle, wee bit of lace hanging over the edge here. And this is the Harry McClary page. Harry McClary felt bumptious and bustly, bossy and bouncy and frisky and hustly. He wanted to run, he wanted to race, but the main thing he wanted was something to chase. That's like our house. Always dogs chasing something. And I think he's going to be Harry McClary's prey. I'm quite sure he doesn't catch him, but if he does, he becomes his friend, so don't worry about Harry McClary and the wee cat will be fine. Right, here we've got another one of my tuck spots. Circular tag. I've actually put this image up on foam pads, just to give it a bit of dimension. Wee kind of metallic looking, it is plastic, button here, and a wee bit of frilled lace round about it. And at the very back there is one of my envelopes with a wee bead charm on some, whatchamacallit, lace here. A wee kind of Annie get your gun type photo, and a variety of different things. Old stamp, and it's at the Edith Holden page. I did a tutorial. This is one of the envelopes I made that day that I had absolutely no luck trying to film things because folk kept walking in on me. So finally finished the envelopes and I'm using them in these journals. There's nothing in the envelope at the moment, but obviously it's useful for you if you want to tuck away a wee story or a picture or something. The back here, you can use this to sort of slide stuff in if you're wanting, and that's it. I haven't as such put a closure on it. I can always put a wee bit of, I'll fix this wee tag, I can always put a wee bit of seam binding or something round it, or a wee bit of sari silk in cream or beige or whatever. So that's it. That'll be up for sale in my Etsy shop, which is now called Bygones Era, and the shop's been shut, but I'll get it opened pronto. Keep an eye open because I'm going to be doing more journals today. I also I did a boho one, which is kind of traveller's notebook style, and as far as the signatures themselves are not attached to the book, they are in with an elastic band here. So I'll be filming that. I'll be filming another one of the kind of primitive style paper bag journals. It's very grungy, this one. I also made, okay, sorry for the delay here, wait a minute, here I'm coming. Little journal here, doing that one, and I'll be doing, this is actually intended as a wee travel journal, this one. I'll be getting, you can tell it's travel because there's a wee aeroplane and a wee camera. I'll be filming that, and I did a lot of cards as well that are all kind of different in style. I won't be filming them as such, but they'll all be getting added to my Etsy shop when I get a chance at some point today. So, or I say today, possibly tomorrow, the way things are going. I like that one. Right, anyway, that's us. So, thanks very much for watching, and if you're interested in the journal, or if you've got any comments to make, the journal should be for sale in my shop, Bygones Era, and if you've any comments, as I've said before, time and again, love to talk to you, because I don't get a lot of company, so it's really nice to have somebody that at least is interested in journals to talk to, as opposed to me inflicting them on people who don't know anything about them. So thanks for your time. I shall see you all again soon. See you soon. Bye.